Hey guys, I just wanted to come on here and say why I want to eat your pancreas mentally and physically killed me. Well, this story is not an ordinary one, as a guy named, well, I guess we can't give that off due to the story, but this story is somebody who is an introvert and is alone and looking for the meaning of life. And in this story, it gives you that. Well, this story starts with two people, a girl named Sakura and again, a guy I cannot name. He finds a book called Living with Dying to find out that she has pancreatic disease. A normal girl who goes to school and makes everything seem normal. Some things about this series, which when I read this last night, which I watched the movie about 2 years ago, but I finished it last year. I watched the movie in 2020, and it was so hard for me to continue. It was so sad that I could not watch it for literal 2 years. And I am not, you can ask anybody. It took me 2 years to watch one movie. And again, I bawled my eyes out. And whenever I read this last night, which I finished it at about 2 a.m. in the morning, I stayed up crying till probably 2:30, 2:40. This series is something so special and so deep. And if you have not seen it, I am begging you right now to either go get yourself a copy of this, which you can find it at Barnes & Noble, not sponsored, but you need to either watch this movie or read this book. Because when I tell you that, again, this has changed my life, like literally changed my life. I see things so differently than I probably did 2 years ago, and I'm not stressing this enough. This is how much that this series really shows and how deep it is and how many life lessons it shows. And I think it shows spend time with the people that you have and don't waste any second of it. And I think that this bittersweet romance really was able to cap off on that. Well, I guess I can't go over names again, but he finds out and he read the book on how she has pancreatic cancer or disease. She feels as if he's interesting, but he goes over and says that nobody has ever liked him. He doesn't have friends, he stays alone, and most of the times he just sits there and reads a book. She obviously is getting mad at him because she finds him interesting, but I couldn't say he says the same. But we'll see where it goes from there. You would think shows like these days are things that is easy to make on, but death is sad, and it's true reality that death is really sad. In fact, death is so sad, and I've had people in my family with many different things, and I've had people in my family that have fought cancer and things like that. And you see many of show studios like Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime trying to make like these teen cancer type things, like A Fault in Our Stars, aka shit writing. But as much as it tried to get into my heart, and as much as I feel like it did for most of us, it just went all into pieces after they tried to make it like some Twilight BS, which was like, come on, dude, you're making a TV show about somebody battling with cancer in their every single day life, and then you just turn the writing into just a mess. And that's just something that, like, come on, bro, why? If I had to talk about how complex this movie is, you would really expect it to be your regular movie, and it's just go straight forward. Well, if you saw the trailer like most of us, they have these corny things that you'd think would be, this book brought us back together. It's so life-changing. I know I said something about complex, but if you talk about that, this story is not your regular just, oh, this guy finds a cancer lover. This story goes into depth about how much time you have left, how much time you have to spend with people, character development. Another reason why I really enjoyed this is that it's not just a type of romance. It's two people building off one another that are trying to find the meaning of life. One's an introvert and one's an extrovert who's never been friends with anybody, who's never really been around people. When you have the girl that's the extrovert, a bubbly personality, somebody that's just popular, and he's not. And now what you see in the movie after a little bit is that you see that these characters needed each other. While he gives Sakura a sense of normal life and somebody that she can go to and talk about things that she's hiding from other people, she's also building on his life, and he is becoming a different person as his mind, his thoughts, his personality starts to change, as you can see. And as he progresses through the movie / manga, you can see how he becomes happier. He starts laughing. He starts wanting her to message him. And I think that they truly thought of each other as people that they can each go to and enjoy. And whether all the humor and whatever things I say in this video, this movie was a tearjerker to me. I mean, this movie really brought the tears out, and especially as I was reading the manga last night, which I will show a clip of myself after after I got done reading or finishing the manga last night. I'm going to show y'all some pictures of me that I took because I knew that I was going to film this. But as we realize, she is going to die. And as the time ticks down and down, whether these people have let each other into the soul, time ticks down less, and what happens is just something that really makes you sad and makes you think. And like I said, this movie / series was about savoring time with the people you love and care about, and see those people more in your life. Yep, that was me last night. At same couch, same thing. I bawled my eyes out. It was rough. It was rough. Also, good thing I put a headphones warning, because if you did and you didn't care about it, then I am so sorry for your eardrums, your AirPods, your Beats, whatever you listen to this on. You can call this story a lot of different things, but you have to realize that this story is not just some ordinary thing. And as you get more attached, when you know that even if she's going to die, her joyfulness, her character makes you love every single thing about it, and just how you see her develop as a character, and it just shows how you really are as a person. And I just feel like this movie is just showing how two people changed each other and how beautiful it really is.
Are you actually going to die?
Sure am.
I think that this manga slash movie has another meaning other than just a romance and death. This series really took it upon itself to go through character development and to show how two people affected each other's lives before anything of what happened. I would say that this is something that a lot of us go through, whether it's grieving a loved one, losing someone recently, and just finding out, what happens to someone. And I think that it hits really deep for a lot of people. And I think that many people just show emotion in different ways. And this movie really shows how it is and shows every single aspect. And at the moment, you might not be able to be sad or realize that when you're at a funeral and you're standing there and you're seeing the loved one, whether it's through like, oh man, you just haven't processed that they're gone yet. But then something will come up to you, like their interest or just how they acted, how they looked, how they smelled. And I think that this series is so beautiful, and it's more beautiful and more than just death and some romance that is cringy. I think that it really showed something special, and I think that it's one of the greatest movies and one of the most realist movies slash series ever. I really hope that you could get something out of this anime episode and something out of this series. And I hope that I have encouraged you to go get yourself a copy of this or watch the movie if you haven't seen it yet. Which, there is some minor spoilers in here, so I guess I'll put that in the description. And yeah, so, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. And that's gonna be all. So, thank you guys for watching, and peace out.